Does everyone have to take on a label? Oftentimes in my comments, I'll get asked questions about someone's specific experiences, and they'll try to explain in their own words what it is they experience and if that makes them asexual or aromantic, or they'll be looking for a micro label and try to explain some of their situations and experiences to me. And it's wonderful that people are looking for answers and they're doing their research and they're reaching out and asking questions. I love that. I love that people are trying to better themselves and find who they are and what their experiences are and put that into words. But the fact of the matter is, if you don't want to take on a label, you don't have to. It's entirely your decision if language is going to help you or hinder you, if you're comfortable with it or if you're not. All those things, those are your decisions and no one else's for you. When I do receive those questions, I'll offer some guiding questions. I'll say, hey, maybe check this out. I'll offer a micro label that I think kind of aligns with what they described. But I'm never going to tell someone, you are this. This is you. Because that's not my decision to make for someone else. And I'm not going to force those questions on someone else or those answers on someone else unless they ask first. Because that's how we respect everybody's individuality and everybody's experiences. I've been thinking a lot lately about labels and micro labels and the roles that they play in our lives and in the way that we communicate with one another and build community. A few weeks ago, I received a comment, and had that comment been SSRIs made me asexual or turned me asexual. Turned is actually the word that the original commenter used. My response might not have even needed to be a response. I might have just let it go because that's somebody else's experience speaking for themselves. The reason that I addressed it is because the comment was not SSRIs turned me asexual. The comment was SSRIs are turning people asexual. And this distinction is very important. If you go back and watch some of my earlier videos, especially 6 months to a year ago, my way of describing labels has changed a little bit because I found a shorter way that I liked. And it's one that ASTAD uses. Labels are tools, not tests. I like the alliteration. I like the simplicity of that. But I did drop another word or phrase that I used to say a lot in doing so. And I think I'm going to start using that again. Labels are tools, not tests, not diagnoses. That's a very important distinction. We cannot diagnose someone else's experience. We're not in that position to do that for them. So when that comment said that SSRIs are turning people asexual, they were diagnosing other people. They were pathologizing asexuality and portraying it as a negative side effect of SSRIs, which in themselves are life-saving medication for many, many people. The reasons that people choose to take on labels are entirely their own. Anyone can have any reason for why a label feels like home to them. No one can take that away, and no one can prescribe it on someone else either. We use labels to communicate our experiences, to articulate what we've experienced and how we experience the world around us. We use them to build community, to find people who have had similar situations and experiences to our own. We use them to relate to others, both people who identify like us and to relate our experiences to people who don't identify like us, people who don't experience the world that we do, so that we can articulate that to them. No matter where you are in the queer community, whether you choose to take on a label or not, whether you're asexual, aromantic, use a micro label, pansexual, bisexual, wherever, that's your decision. If you want to use that language, if you want to communicate that language to people who identify like you and people who don't. That's only your decision. Only you decide that. If a label helps you, if it helps you to find community, if it helps you to feel like you found a home and you want to use it, it's yours to use. If it doesn't, or if you're not ready, or if maybe you're still learning and you don't feel like you've reached a point where you can take on that label, and maybe you never will. Maybe it won't feel right for you to take on a label. All of that is okay because you're doing it for you. We're the only ones that can do it for ourselves. Don't ever let anyone put something on you that you aren't ready to be put on you. Don't let somebody tell you what your language is. Certainly ask questions, certainly research, ask for insights, but never let someone else tell you who you are. Be you. Authentically, beautifully, comfortably you. Quick update on my book. I've now got 9 independent bookstores across the country that have committed to carrying it in store on release day, February 18th, 2025. I am putting together a Google map of all of those locations that will be on my website shortly. So keep an eye out for that. And as I get more bookstores to commit, I will add more to it. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share, comment if you've got questions, or if you want to add some input. What has your experience been with labels and micro labels? Do you use them? Do you not? Do you want to share why or why not you do? That's entirely up to you. But I would love to hear more conversation around this because I think it's so important for us to discuss where our decisions come from so that those who are still making those decisions can have a little bit more guidance. And don't forget to subscribe right here for more Arrow and Ace content. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.